Hello and welcome back, Josh, Sam, and anyone else who's watching to Lviv and Let Die. We're back, baby, and we've played, what was it, 2 games since we last were here? No, in fact 3. We played against underperforming Metalist, who took yet another point off us in our Premier League race. Before we edged 1-0 past Dnipro with one goal from Musa Kurt. And then similarly edged in a tricky game 2-0 past Odessa, who are actually doing okay this season. They're up in 5th. Dnipro, more of a disappointing result, I guess. But we still got wins. We remain, 8 points clear of Krivbas. We're already guaranteed of a top 2 finish because that's how ridiculous our run of form has been. It's just that this year Krivbas seem to be much better than they usually, or they have been for the last couple of years anyway. So we are in the position where I think we are probably 2 or 3 wins away from winning the league, depending on Krivbas's results. But excitingly, we have our next Champions League games, and they are home and away versus Arsenal, the mighty Arsenal. Arsenal, who are currently 4th in the Premier League. You see they're quite 5 points behind league leaders Leicester and second place Forest Green, Liverpool in 3rd. Western, disappointingly at the bottom there, really not doing much to make us believe they'll stay up. But, you know, I suppose you can always hope. 8 games left, they've only got to win probably all of those to stay up. But still, let's play Arsenal, and then afterwards we'll play Volin as a little sort of palate cleanser. I actually did this the wrong way around. I was sort of skimming through them. We should have been playing Odessa in this game, but I accidentally basically just pressed enter too many, or spacebar too many times. So here we are. That's life. That's what all people say. Anyway, let's put Mr. Ramon on the bench. On the wing, and Nachtela there. We'll have the rest of the midfield like that. Actually, we're going to put Determined Henry in the middle there, and it seems like Badani's not going to be able to play. Otherwise, the back 4 are correct, except for Zian, Ashkenazi. So here we go. Here's the boys, boys, going to play at home against Arsenal. They've got, Philip Parkin. So he's like a kind of mixture between Sam Parkin and Philip Larkin. Strange references there. But nevertheless, let's do it. I am quietly confident. I think we've played them in the Champions League before. Something I probably should have, to give this more sort of narrative. Oh, good effort from Henry. The narrative sort of tension that we require. It would have been nice to have the proper backstory. I'm sure we've played them in the group stages before. So let's see. The key here is to, as we remember from the Dortmund game, get them a man sent off. That makes it much easier. That's what I've found. And not concede too many away goals, or indeed own goals. So let's try and work on those 2 things. And if we can win this leg as well, that'd be really, really nice. Razor Ramon puts the ball in. Silva gets the ball and then clears, but the ball does end up back up the top of the pitch. Oh, Harris was offside, and then sort of also weirdly taps it off the screen of the pitch, not the screen. Whelan in goal there. Obviously Glenn Whelan's, child/grandchild playing in goal for Arsenal. I thought we had an injury then, but it looks like he's recovered. Yeah. Oh. No, okay, good. Determined Henry puts the ball in. Topalovic. Oh, come on, everybody, get there. Marino puts the ball back out to Henry, who tries to cross, but it was deflected clear. And now Vasquez has the chance to, just a meaningful tackle from Musa Kurt there. He went through him with meaning. That's what I meant by meaningful. Obviously, most of his inputs are meaningful. Oh, good effort, well-worked space, but Maya was equal to it. And, potentially launching a counter-attack for us, but actually not. Oh, okay. Alexiev seems to have been injured, and I don't think we've got anyone to come on for him. So that's a smart bit of booking. Oh, he's got two physios. In fact, not even the physios. They're the little plus men have come. So yeah, no doubt he'll be leaving the pitch, and there he goes. We'll have to replace him with Bajramovic, who will then swap with Ashkenazi. So we do at least have an option. Oh, and they had a man off. What? They had a man sent off for that. Okay, I was joking, but they are now down to 10. Playing with one man up front. They're going to score now. No, they're not. Merino. So we should theoretically, I mean, we've got a man's advantage. We should theoretically be able to now start to put that into practice and maybe get a goal or two. Let's get a couple of goals. That'd be really good. Get us through the semi-finals again. Back where we belong. Planning sec with the ball. Oh, they just about crowd him out. Whelan gathers and now plays it forwards towards Rabies. Oh no. Big ball up to Salazar. Topalovic clears. Lovely tackle. And he's a player that I say his name differently every time. It's nice to see that old habits die hard. Fired. You're fired. No! Oh my goodness me, what a save. I don't know how the ball ended up with him, but it did, and he walloped it, but no. Okay, Bajramovic just about manages to put Vasquez off. Where is he? Rabies. No. Okay, first half, fine, not a bad half. Now then, let's go out there. I'm pleased. Now let's assertively say you weren't that bad, but there's more to come from you, because with them down to 10, there's no excuse for not nicking a winner here. I know they're probably theoretically a tougher side than us. Definitely, I mean, I think man for man they're probably better, but we've got guts. We've got British spunk. Merino. Oh, Merino. Oh, Whelan saves. That was delightful effort. Planning sec with the ball. He's fouled, surely. How Silva takes him out. That gritty spunk reference is to a... Hang on a second. Oh, Whelan saves. A Nick Frost space-based sitcom from like 2009 or 2007 maybe, which the name of which I don't remember, but was fairly uninspiringly not funny, but was entertaining anyway. Razor Ramon. Why? Don't waste these chances, men. Although that's 2 chances in 2 minutes, we'll take it. 53 minutes. Good that we're not wasting the whole second half. Sometimes that happens. Oh, Moreno puts straight through, and there it is. Nakatel's ball. Oh, come on. We're 1-0 up against Arsenal. That is music to mine ears. Atletico Madrid are beating Porto. That's fine. But come on. Nakatela puts through Moreno. What a little bit of movement to get him away from that other centre-back. And finally he gets a chance, and he puts it away. 1-0. Now they've gone your classic 4-3-3 with the man in the middle there. So, we should... They've got 2 up front. I mean, we should be able to rip through this. Like, what are you doing standing so far offside? There he goes. I was going to say, we should be able to tear them apart now. And they've made a very good save there from Whelan. But we can stretch them now, I feel. Let's take off Planinsek. He's not doing well. For now, that's all we'll do, because we've only got 1 more sub. Here we go then. Determined Henry's ball goes in. Jakubowicz clears, but the ball comes back in, and Jakubowicz clears again, this time for a corner. Come on, let's build up a decent lead over him. I feel we'll need it if we remember the stress and the agony of the Atletico match a couple of years ago. Well, no, was it Atletico or was it Inter? Oh, Musa Kurt! Oh, he's hit the bloody crossbar! Oh! Oh, man. Unbelievable. Bajramovic now. They've made a sub. And, oh, they've got an injury as well. Can we... Oh, my goodness, they are down to 9 men. Come on, we have to really push them now. Merino puts it through to Konsadalov. And they have made a... Look at that formation. Determined Henry crosses. Musa Kurt. Oh, Whelan is keeping them in this, and that is concerning. Determined Henry, come on, mate. Oh, come on, guys. It's another corner. Don't waste this opportunity. They've got 9 men. Determined Henry again. Here comes the ball. Musa Kurt wins it again over the bar. Oh, it's tense. Ashkenaz. It's not tense, but it's frustrating. Croatian Commie puts it over. Determined Henry there. Merino Determined Henry. Ashkenazi, come on. Ashkenazi goes for it. What a freaking effort that would have been. But unfortunately doesn't get there. We're going to bring on Shahata, continue to stretch them on the wings because he's a very good, quick, wide player. Oh, he wallops the crossbar. Come on, lads. No, we're not going to concede. Thank you. Musa Kurt, Ashkenazi to Croatian Komi. They're playing it around nicely. They've got plenty of space now. This should be bread and butter stuff. They've left 2 men up front, which concerns me because I feel like the manager's insane and they're going to nick a goal. Although Musa Kurt does well to take the ball off of him, puts the ball towards Merino, but nothing happens. 80. Oh, we're wasting it. Determined Henry to the back post. It's headed over by Jakubowicz. Determined Henry. Come on, my boy. Topalovic. Oh, to Bajramovic, but it was cleared off of his head. Sakibu now has the ball. Now their centre-back's breaking. What the hell is this? Musa Kurt. Bajramovic. Okay, good. Razor Ramon. Keep going, lad. Great ball to Merino, but it gets headed back to Ashkenazi. Fayard. You're fired. Ashkenazi. Determined Henry has it. Gives it to Bajramovic. Determined Henry again. Slips in. Konsadolov. Oh, and it's another great save from Whelan. Oh, man, that guy. He's in good form. Shahata. Oh, and Merino now fouls. We've absolutely dominated them, and you can understand that most of that, I assume, has come since the red. But we only win 1-0. You can't be disappointed with it, but at the same time, you can be slightly disappointed with it. Well, we got through this game. We've still got to play the other one. Yeah, Whelan ended up man of the match, understandably. I mean, if we don't go through, Alexiev is off for 4 months. Christ. Okay, superb performance. Derek was impressive. Yeah, well, obviously, massive plus. Good. I mean, we got there. We got there in the end. That's the main thing. I just wanted to see what our past meetings were with Arsenal. Because I know we've played them. I'm sure we've played them. Yes, we have. In fact, we drew both our previous games. So it took for them to have 2 men off before we could beat them. But then again, we probably would have drawn if it had been the other, if it had stayed 11v11. Nevertheless, we continue on our mighty journey now. The sight of the semi-finals are now... Wait. A view of the semi-finals are now in our sights. Anyway, we're going to play the bottom club now. This should be an opportunity for us to stretch our legs a little bit. I see that the next video is going to be weird because it's going to be... It's going to start with Arsenal and then we'll have to play Sevastopol in the quarterfinals. No. Okay, so it's going to be a strangely organised video, but I'm not doing 3 in 1 unless... How long do we have between these? We could do 3. We could do all of them in 1. What do you think? I might have to go get a drink in that case because my voice is a little strained from talking so much, having not talked for quite a long time. Oh, Gary. We scored an own goal for Gary. Don't know why he's from Birmingham. Just a little bit of processing to go. Barcelona losing to Lyon, and we've beaten Lyon before, if you remember. That was also a red card assisted result. A lot of our best European games have come once the opponent have lost a man. It's an interesting tactic, but when it pays off, you win the Champions League. Come on. Stagliano, good name. Come on. Why are so many games being played on Wednesday the 4th or Thursday the 5th that's taking so long? Is that the Europa League? Is that EC? Cagliari versus Udinese? Unless it's a very big joke and it's the Italian Cup. But I think that's probably unlikely. Yeah, what is that competition? Oh, well, it doesn't matter anyway. Zakarchuk has been sacked by Helios Kharkiv. It looks like Krim Teplitsia there you go, I said the name properly, have dropped off a little bit, which is a shame, but also good that I don't have to say Krim Teplitsia very much more. Now, we are mere days away from playing the bottom of the table side. So let's go and punish them. Volyn Lutsk. Krivbas. Yeah. Happy and enjoying the football. Don't think we want to last. Confident as long as we stick to our game plan. We're going to play Rosic in this one. Obviously, it's going to be Lviv. And let's go. Daniel Rosic. He's only got 3 goals this season, although admittedly he's not played that many games. But you wouldn't expect that of him. No, his statistics are much better. He's also 28, edging 29. So if I can still get... I'm actually considering selling Rosic. Because we've got too many strikers. That means that you can't sort of keep them in. There's not enough games to rotate them enough to give them allow them to get into form. But there are too many. But I'm not sure what the rest of my point is. I think that's pretty much the end of my point. But I finished it mid sort of inflection, or with the inflection of a mid. Say, I give up. I officially give up. Officially give up. With words. Volyn M. Lutsk FK. I don't know what the M stands for. Lutsk. Roly Mangatuka, that's a great name. I want Roly Mangatuka. Sounds like an ice cream flavour. I'll have a Roly Mangatuka, please. Large. Obviously. Swindon winning. Good job, Swindon. This is just the never-ending update. Come on, look at all these games being played on a Friday. Guys, come on. Thank you. Right, this is why I don't usually do this. Leeds have got themselves a Champions League playoff spot. Let's have a look at what's going on in the Championship. We've got West Ham and Leeds. West Brom are actually finally starting to push up into that upper reaches where you'd think they would be, considering they've got so much money. Eastbourne Borough, unfortunately, unable to sustain their promotion push. Probably. I mean, they're technically still within sniffing distance, which you should not be in at this time of the world. So just don't be in sniffing distance, guys. We're going to leave Villamayor on the bench. Bodani can start. Similarly, we're going to play Big Mick instead of Musa Kurt. Yes, we'll do that. Why not? In goal, we'll give Eskilsen a game for the first time in a little while. And I think we'll start with Amos Akwegbu there. Similarly, we'll play Gogua in the midfield. And up front, we're going to play Rosic instead of Planinsek. Yeah, he's 29 now, so he's nearly 30. But with that level of worth, I mean, I'm very tempted to sell him and cash in, because he's clearly gone off the boil a little, and we just don't have the games to satisfy all the strikers we have, because we also can't play them in the cup because we need to play Ukrainians, and it seems to be that the better Ukrainians that come through tend to be strikers. So it's, yeah, there's limited opportunities for these poor players. These poor players. Akwegbu gives it to Rosic, though. Rosic gives it back to Akwegbu. His ball goes in, and Mikava, in goal for Volyn, makes the catch. Marino. Akwegbu. Oh, Marino steals the ball. Bound for Rosic, but he steals it off him. And his shot was tame. Akwegbu to Rosic again. Gogua now has it, gives it to Rosic. That classic combination for the last, nearly 10 years at Lviv has worked wonders. This time it doesn't do anything though. Sikorsky, Rosic, Playing the ball about nicely. It's another season where we've not scored as many goals as you would think that we probably would have done. We were on for something like at 20 games, we were scoring at a rate which would have put us on around about 130, I think. Doing very basic maths and also not remembering exactly the numbers, so yeah, I'm sure it's accurate. But we were pushing. If we continued at that rate, we'd have got to about 120, 130, which would have beaten our last season's record. But these last few games have dropped off the boil for us a little bit. A 1-0 win, a couple of draws, and only a 2-0 win. So that's sort of dented that a little bit. Maybe we can get another 8-0 win to push us back up again, but we'll see. Akwegbu finds Rosic. Rosic goes past his man, but that's such a poor finish. Mikava. Gogua wins it. Rosic runs on and also somehow wins it in the air. Crazy. Gogua to Merino. Gogua again. Nakatila. His ball, and then straight at Mikava. It's not like it was... Okay, Determined Henry now. No, mate. In the goal, please. Determined Henry. Oh, Mikava saves. Sikorsky gives it to Edilson. And now they're back to the goalkeeper and one big boot up the pitch. They have won games this season, have Volin, just not enough of them. 15 points. The promoted teams seem to be getting better, or at least they're going through a stage where, or a phase rather, where every team that comes up at least gets like 1 or 2 wins, rather than those sort of sorry years where the teams would come up and both of them would get like 1 win between them. Rosic, come on, mate. Bedani to Nakatila. What the fuck are you doing? I don't like it when I have to implement the whiny voice, but for goodness sake. I went aggressive. That doesn't... Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. You're all idiots. I think I might have condemned us to a loss. Because look, they... Okay, come on. If we can score here, I'll be less concerned. But usually those kind of damaging team talks I try and do, and then you expect an immediate reaction out of them. It doesn't seem to have happened. Although, you never know. Determined Henry, come on, mate. The screams in my brain are real. Bedani to Bobilev. Gogua gets it. What a freaking ball and touch that was. That was a ridiculous control. Akwegbu to Rosic. Rosic slips in. Determined Henry. Buzzing my phone. Okay, I'm in a mood now. Rosic, what have you done? Why have you got so shit at this game of football? Right. Why have you become so shit? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. Rosic applauds the fans as if he's got anything to applaud them for. He was shit. They dislike you because you used to be good. Mikava now with the ball. Gives it to Akhmetov. What are we doing? I mean, we've had so many... This is... If it's not hard for you to watch, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to watch. I'm sure it's hard for you to listen to me talking over the top of it. Marino, come on! Adilson to Marino. Thank you! Fucking hell. Gets the goal eventually. Keeps us in the running for first. Yeah, but I mean, it's not like they're super close to us. It's still 8 points clear, but Krivbas have been much better this year, and I think it's partly because I sold them Kamara. But if there's anything to take solace in, it's the fact that AI clubs are notoriously bad at holding on to good assets. So he'll have been sold for like 4 times as much money as we could have ever made on him next season. I don't really know why that happens, but... Oh, Musa Kurt, what a header that was. There we go. Of course we're looking unbeatable. I mean, we're playing shit teams most of the time. Volin really... They did well for, what was it, 55 minutes, 56 minutes? Or maybe even slightly longer than that, maybe 60 minutes. But we've taken the lead now, and this game is ours. They're not going to come back. It's a disappointment that Rosic wasn't able to sort of have a bit of an impact on the game. We had to bring on other players to force the issue, but I suppose it is what it is. Nakatella's ball to Biton at the back post, who heads over. Pedani's injured a man as well. That's good. That's taking him off. Mischenko. I actually know a Ukrainian called Mischenko. Well, with the name of Mischenko. Mikava to Sikorsky. Oh, it's a dangerous ball, Emery. I mean, you're being charitable saying that that's a goal that he scored. This is top quality stuff. Did you watch the goal? Sikorsky, I mean, his shot clearly not going in. Mikava, like, I don't know, takes pity on us, headers it in. Maybe he's a Lviv fan. Gogwa reveling in the media. He had an all-conquering display, did he? Okay. Against bottom of the table, Volin. Well, you know. Well, we got there in the end, but fucking hell. So 3-0 again. We're feeling disjointed, certainly not feeling fluid as we go forwards. I think I'm just going to play through and give you one long bumper video because it's only been 26 minutes, and I think we can probably sustain this level of energy until the end of the Arsenal game. I mean, it will be fun. It also doesn't really make sense, I think, to do that first in the video. That gives you a strange vibe. I like to usually do it like game, then the big game. Don't always, because I'm just winging it, basically, but that's what we're going to do this time around. We have a Volin. Classy Marino was on form. He scored 40 goals for the season, by the way, which is nice. I actually should have just checked that update, because sometimes it tells you how many they need to score before they break the record, and it's currently... Rosic has got the record for goals scored in the season, I think, although it might have been Planinsek. One of them has a record of something like 46 goals. What on earth is that? Dinamos Harare, the African... is that like the African... Harare, where's that? God, I do know where that is. Is that some kind of African Champions Cup or something? You'd think that'd be called the ACC. Agosto, Harare. What the hell is it? Zimbabwe, Harare. Yeah, it's in Zimbabwe. Look at how good I am. Dinamos Harare. Yeah, they play in Zimbabwe. Cool. They are one of the... Oh, in fact, they are the most successful team in Zimbabwe with 22 league titles and 16 cups. There you go. That's in real life. In this game, they've probably got like 72 of both, because I haven't got those leagues loaded, because I'm just a madman. Hungry for power. I'm not sure why that's coming up, though. AFL. Anyway, look, it is scrolling through things. Aprilia have been relegated. Shame on them. Also, I mentioned... I mentioned at the beginning of last season, I think, that I was considering going to Italy and potentially taking over the club where Masha used to live in Pordenone. Pordenone that season finished bottom of the thing and are now no longer a playable team. So that's not going to happen, at least. What's going on now? Bajramovic. Yeah, well, he did play in that last game. Okay. Confident attack. Marino. Shahata's not happy. Well, going to Henri Stadium. Yeah, he's got 40 goals in 34 games. Nicked bad at all. This is the other ties, so we'll see who's going through to the semis. Bayern absolutely smashed Liverpool, and Barcelona turned it round against Lyon. So we'll have to. Maybe we've got another double header against Barcelona to enjoy. Maybe not. That was stressful enough last time, so it might not be a good idea for us to have have another game against them. But certainly the Arsenal game should be. Well, I mean, did it already get drawn, the semi-finals? I think it did, actually. I think we could find out who we're going to play in the semis. Let's find out, shall we? Yeah, so it's going to be Barcelona. Great. Great. Love it. Love Barcelona. Happy with Maya's progress. Of course he's good. I mean, he's playing every week. Okay, here it is then, the big one. My voice is feeling strained, but we're going to go for it. Should the game allow us to? Yes, it does. Right. Rosic, you're absolutely not starting. Planince, can you come? In fact, no, Planince didn't play well in that last game either, so we're going to play with Konstadalov because I've got faith in youth in it. Musa Kurt in for big Georgian Mick. That's the team that's going to be, probably. Anyway, maybe let's not do that. Maybe let's do that. Midfield-wise, we're going to go with Razor Ramon again over here. Or maybe we're not. It's just the kind of guy I am. Let's take out the whole midfield. Why not? Yeah, everyone else looks good. Whoops. Hi there, Skildson. Well, how did you end up in goal? I know you're really good, but we're going to let Maya play. You're fired. Still playing. Rabies still playing. Jakubovic. Oh, Jakubovic. He's still playing. There we go. I can say the complacent one, so I will, because that usually goes well. Or at least it goes down well. It doesn't necessarily mean that we will win, of course. Lviv in blue. Did we play in the red in the last game? Bless you, Masha, from sneezing in the other room. Oh! Maya saves after 5 minutes. We've already had to make a save. But it's okay. We're at least getting... I was going to say we're at least getting some highlights, but cool. Oh, you fucking what? Bless you, Masha. Cool. Okay, so Langford with a ridiculous chip from the edge of the box. Where was that in the last game, mate? Oh, you're kidding me. Come on now. Sakibu heads wide. This is why we needed to score another goal. You just know that this is always going to happen. Ashkenazi gives it to Merino. Ashkenazi puts the ball in. Konstadalov just needed to keep his header down, and you'd think he would have got in. Oh, it's now a corner for them. Sakibu. Oh, fuck! Why are they playing number 12 at left back? This is... No, just fuck off. You can't just have like... This must be how it feels to be like every other team in the Ukrainian league when they play us, because it's just like, oh god, they're winning against. Okay, this is getting silly now. Ashkenazi to Naktela. Ashkenazi again. Croatian, Komi, Junior. Naktela, come on. Just get one and we're back in it. Oh, guys. Better finishing. What is happening? Why have we suddenly become, after the fucking winter break, we just, I mean, completely gone off the boil. It's very frustrating. And I'm not really sure why, because it's never happened before. We usually, if we go out in the Champions League, it's because, except for that game against... except that year against Copenhagen, which admittedly was very much along these lines. But, oh, you fucking, what are you doing? Gah. Yeah, okay, well, we're out. We're not going to win this. What is that? What I don't... What... You better score this. Oh, you're a knob. You're a knob. Very, very poor. Not an impressive first half at all. They need to get out there and really show me something else, because this is pathetic. We shouldn't be 3-0 down in the first half. Not to any team. I don't care. We've had, we had 2 chances. Didn't get either of them on target. Again there. Not even challenging the keeper. Naktela puts the ball in. Musa Kurt loses out on his header. We need to be the... Oh, in real life, I'd be so angry at them for not doing the basics. You just got to win those first balls. Come on, thank you. Biton gets it. Gives it to Naktela. Merino just running fucking aimlessly in a straight line. Why? Naktela gives it to Croatian Commie. Junior has it now. Junior, can you slip someone in maybe? Give someone a little tap in. Go on. Naktela! And Wayland makes a great save. Again, that motherfucker did... If we had just scored some goals in the first leg, like we easily could have. I mean... Bajramovic. Konsadalov gives it to Biton. Biton's ball goes in, and no one's at the back post. And, I mean... yeah, well... Romero just runs the ball off for no apparent reason. Merino with the ball. Ashkenazi, put the ball in, mate. Put the ball in. Junior slips through Konsadalov. Konsadalov, and he's offside. All right, Whelan, mate. Don't take the piss, can't you? Right, Whelan up to Rabies. He finds you're fired. Bill Langford going for his hat trick. Okay, we're going to bring on Razor Ramon. Merino's doing dreadfully. That said, he's the better player, so I'm going to take off Konsadalov. We're not going to give up. We're going to go for it. Stupid. "54 minutes, come on." Ahmed Rabies must be careful now. Ashkenazi. See, if we just scored one more, we would only need 1 at this point, because it would take us to run away goals. Now we have to get 2. I mean, it's not going to happen, and Langford's going to fucking score now. No. Ashkenazi puts the ball up. Merino. What? How is that not? And up. Oh! All he had to do was touch it twice. Romero with the ball. Clear it. Clear it. Ah, there's gesticulation getting involved now. Naktela. What are you doing? Ooh, you are so irritating, this game. Should have potentially split this up, because now I'm angry. Parkin, Jakubowicz, Musa Kurt. Oh, you're just joking me, aren't you? And they apparently want a penalty, which, yeah, sure, have it. Doesn't matter anymore. That's a pass back. Langford. Fayard. What the fuck was that? You should join us with finishing like that. Yellow card. Cool. Do we have another sub? Rubbish. What a load of rubbish. They're not even getting to even simple. Like, it's right in front of you, man. Get the ball. God, it's going to take... I don't know how the hell we won the fucking Champions League before. I'm lucky that we did win it. Because, I mean, it looks like we're never going to win it again. I mean, this is so... You almost want to be... Oh, get out. You always... Get out! I almost want, you know, like the group stage to somehow end up putting us... Like, we're too good for the group stage because we always go through. And that we've never yet gone through not as champions of the group, right? So we've... What a load of cack. What a load of rubbish. Oh, it's Paul Denotter as their manager. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, of course our opinion of us went up. God damn it. So there's nothing left to play for then. I mean, we pretty much won the league. I think 1, 3, 6, 9, 12. So actually we still need to win 3 league games, assuming that Krivbas continue to win. Yeah. So I'll see you maybe for the last video if we get to the cup final. If not, I'll just see you in the next video when we'll be the beginning of next season, I suppose. Bye.